She's meowing constantly, as she does 24/7, because now the only thing that matters to this 18-year-old tabby cat is food. Constantly being fed. The only thing that we're concerned about. Food. And she has a constantly bowl that has dry food in it. She's just spoiled rotten, that's all. All right. We're going to turn on a few lights. We're going to do some cleanup on some dogs. Then we're going to get some supper. What do you guys think of that idea? What do you think of that idea? Although, first things first, I got to get a shirt off. I'm way too warm. Just a minute. Oh, that's better. Much better. Much better. Down, Fido. Before I have to turn you into double mincemeat. Triple mincemeat. Oh, that's much better. There. That way I can still use the pocket cam. Figures. All right, hold on. This comes back off again. Like this. Just a minute. Let's go back up here. That's better. Way too hot. Socks off. Hey, I'm being attacked by a dog. I'm being attacked by a dog. Big doggy is getting me here. All right, he's not that big a doggy. A little big doggy. Socks off. Ooh, way too hot. Way too hot. Woo woo. Way too hot. Oh, Mr. Spoiled. Oh, Mr. Spoiled. Oh, Mr. Spoiled. Oh, Mr. Spoiled. All right, we got to get some butts cleaned. Butts cleaned. Don't wipe your butt on Zachary. Jeez Louise. Worse than children. There we go. Yeah, right. Clean. Clean. What, Mr. Puppy? What, Mr. Face? What, Mr. Face? Hey, you now person. You having a good day? That you, boo. Peace. Clean up, clean up, clean up. We do not need dirty butts, huh? No. If you're a dog owner, you clean your dog's butts? Better than having dirty carpeting. Think about it. Two YouNowers. Wonder who it could be. What do you guys think? I think we need to do some eyeball cleaning. Look at these eyeballs. These eyeballs are dirty. Well, y'all, if you have any questions, hit me up. If that one of you happens to be Sarah or Matt, I need my phone back. And my house key and my garage remote. About 635 freaking bucks. Yeah, clean out the eyeballs. Clean out the eyeballs. Oh, and I got to return a house key and several suitcases worth of clothing and a whole bunch of personal items. A book I know damn well she wants. Ugh. With poetry in it. Huh. And fairy wings and all kinds of weird outfits. Huh. Amazing the stuff that gets discarded when people do bad things and run away. Huh. What? What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys ready for supper? Huh? You guys ready for supper? Zachary, are you hungry? Oh. Oh, no. No coffee. There we go. That better? Huh? Is that better? What are you panting for? We just walked around the block. We didn't go that far. It's because you're out of shape, you old fart. It's because you're out of shape, you old fart. It's because you keep on eating everybody else's treats on top of yours, huh? You old man, huh? Huh? Because you're getting chubby, huh? Doctor says we got to take off a few pounds, huh, Mr. Zeke? So much for that diet, huh? How about you, Zach? You ready to go get some supper? You hungry? Huh? You want some food? Huh? Do you want some food? You hungry? Big baby. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh yeah. Daddy's big guy. Daddy's big guy. There you go. What do you think? Huh? What do you think? You guys ready for supper? Should we go hit the kitchen? Huh? What? Hey, I'm being attacked here. I got a big monkey on me. What do you want, Zoe? What do you want? Hmm? What do you want? Tell me. Whoa. Oh, look at these big baby brown eyes. My goodness. Oh, looks like we got a text from Yossi. Should we let Yossi come over and visit with her friend, with Toby? Huh? Should we let Yossi come over and visit with Toby? Last time he just wouldn't leave you alone, huh? Cutest little thing. The little white Maltese went crazy over Zeke. He was just humping him for God knows, it must have been 2 hours solid. I could have swore that little Maltese was going to die just from exhaustion. Huh? And Zeke was just looking at me like, Dad, could you stop him? Anyway, less than Zachary. Huh? What? Are you hungry? Come here, baby. My 18-year-old Tabby, just in case one of you doesn't know who that is. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, oh my goodness gracious. So what do you guys think? Hmm? Should we get you guys some supper? You guys hungry? You ready for some food? Whoa! I think that's a yes. Zachary, are you hungry? You want some supper? Yeah? I'm going to get jumped at here, too. Pretty good for 13, you guys. Huh. Say he's gets around pretty good for 13 still, huh? Big sweetie pie. Yeah, big sweetie pie. Come on, log in, you guys. That way you can ask me a question. I see who you are. Come on. Be brave. Poor little scrawny guy thinks I'm going to chase him down and kick his butt. No. he's got penance enough with what he's got to put up with. Huh. 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 That's right. We got much better things to do with our time. Huh. Much better things to do with our time. See, we don't give a damn either. Right? Whoa. Are you hungry? Is that what you want? You want some chicken? Face on you. Look at the face I'm getting from you. Come here. No, Zoe, come here. Right here. All the way. Right here. Right here. Right here. Yes, you. Right there. What's with the face? Huh? Why am I getting the face? Huh? Why am I getting the face? Hmm? I'm getting the face that says, you're not paying me enough attention. He's pushy. Oh, he will push his way into every situation. Huh? Oh, he's pushy. Zoe's getting attention right now, and you can't stand it. You just can't stand it, huh? The jealousy is so intense. Huh? Huh? That's right. That's right. Yeah. So he goes and sits down and pouts. 2 feet behind me. And pouts. Same thing with the little white tornado. Huh? The jealousy is insane, right? Huh? Huh? What? All right, you guys. So we go get you some supper. Hmm? Shall we go get you some food? Oh, you snuck in and got in there anyway, didn't you? You snuck in there and got in there anyway, didn't you? One thing I got to give this guy, he knows how to persevere. He's got stick-to-itiveness. He does not give up. Huh, Zeke? He does not give up. No, he does not. You want to talk about a glass is half full kind of dog. That's him right there. The ultimate optimist, huh? The ultimate optimist, huh? The hell yeah, Dad. Oh, come here, you. Come up here. What you doing? Say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. I'm Zoe. I'm 12 years old. I'm a rescue dog. Yep. Half Chihuahua, half Dachshund. That's me. Zoe. Zoe the sweetie. Huh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hmm. Spoiled, aren't we? Just spoiled rotten, aren't we? Oh yes. Oh my. Well, today's category is ask questions. So hit me up, you guys. Anything you can think of. Doesn't have to be personal training or health related. Ask about dogs. Ask about cats. Hmm. Any topic your little heart desires. Hey, Cassie. Cass, you want supper? Cassie, I know you want supper. Thank you for the kiss. Don't you dare jump on her, because he will too. He'll just jump right over her. Huh? You big sweetie. You ready for supper? You want to go get some food? Do you want to go get some chicken? Is that what you want? Hmm? You want some chicken? Hmm? How about you, Zeke? You ready to go get some supper? Zachary, are you hungry? Zach, come here. Come here. You hungry? Do you want some food? Right here. No, right here. They can't see you that far away. Here, step up so people can at least see the little white Hulk. See the little white tornado, right? The little white monster. Hmm. Yes. All right, Miss Thing. Say, everybody, we're gonna go hit the kitchen and get some chow. Yeah, we're gonna go hit the kitchen and get some chow. You guys gonna we go make some supper? What do you think? So, huh? Everybody gonna join us while we go make some supper? Yeah. Everybody gonna join us while we go make some supper and get some chicken? Huh? I'll put you guys in the overall pocket cam. Turn you guys into the overall pocket cam. You're gonna go right in there. You ready? Set. Go. Dun, ta-da. What? Well, come on, up, up. You're gonna jump up so they can see the underside of a belly. Yay! Woo, woo, woo. All right, you guys, let's go hit the kitchen. Yeah, we're gonna go hit the kitchen right now. Yeah, all right. Climbing all over the people. You're climbing overall, everybody. All right, we're gonna hit the kitchen. Let's go. Here we go. Time to hit the kitchen. You ready, Cass? You hungry? All right. I'll make me some. Okay, we need bowls. 3 bowls. Cat, 1 plate. Yeah. You're just you're noisy. You're noisy. You guys can still ask questions from Pocket Cam. You know, I'll pull you out and check every now and then. Hey, Boop. Or whichever one it might be. Look out. You got better things to do your time. All right. Yes, chicken part of the evening meal. All right, we're gonna render a wing. That's what we're doing. I know somebody who'll be turning their head from this. You know, it's you get to know people so well, and then you your lives, and you know all these things about them that are both cute, funny, a little. We all have little weird idiosyncrasies. Interestingly enough, imagine what the next one's going to have. All right. Yeah. You see, Cassie at 8 years old is now convinced that unless she meows at me at least once every second, she's not going to get food, right? She only if she thinks food is. You want to taste. That's what you're after. I know. So they know what's going to be put in their dinner each evening. So everybody gets a plate. Yeah. Those are your tastes. That's all you get right now. That's all you get right now. Now you've got to do the mixing and the mashing. The mashing and the mixing. Here we go. Same supplements I take for my shoulders and hips and back. Glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, and a few other yummies, but these are for dogs. Yep. Crush up a couple and put it in their food. Yes, sirree. Oh, anybody come up with a question yet? Who's joined us? Hey, Kyle, what's happening? How's your day going, dude? Getting ready to feed the dogs. Getting to feed the dogs and the cat. You're in my overalls pocket cam right now. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'll be checking every few minutes here. Just make sure we get the stuff ready for these animals. For those of you who are pet parents, you know, feeding is a daily thing, kind of like kids, you know. Unless, of course, you're the parents of those kids. And where the heck was that? That was just around the corner for me, I think, over here in Paris, where they had all those kids that were chained to their beds and stuff. That's crazy. That's just crazy. I mean, I've heard of bad parenting before, but, I mean, that's taking it to the nth degree. Can you imagine that? That's just plain crazy. All right. All right, Miss Cassandra. At 18 years old, I do not give her more than a little bit of food at a time. Because if she eats too much food, she has a tendency to throw it back up again. Just a heads up for those of you that have old cats that don't already know this. The smaller the meals, the easier it is for them to digest and keep it down. All right, so the supplements I crush up for these guys like this. And it's chicken flavored, you know, so as far as these guys are concerned, it's just more chicken being added, even though it's a supplement that's good for them. Anybody have any on this? Let me know. Hey, Dan, what's happening? Feeding the animals right now. If you have any questions, hit me. You're in my overalls pocket camera. right now. Yeah, yours is coming. Yeah, yours is coming. Would you relax already? 18 years old. Look at those pretty green eyes. Look at those pretty green eyes of my old biddy. Come here. She's like, I'm not going anywhere till you give me food. You give me food or I'm not budging. From this morning, obviously, finished. All right. Here. You ready? Is this what you want? Is this what you're after? Is this what you need? Huh? All right. Oh, boy, I tell you. Been with me since 2002. That kitty. She was feral for her first few years of life, which means she was out in the wild. So the first year that I had her, from the time in 2002 till sometime in 2003, she didn't meow once, not one time. Cats only meow because of humans. Feral cats don't meow. It's just not normal for a feral cat to make that sound. They only make that sound when they're around humans. So, took her a whole year to find her voice. Now I can't shut her up. Not that I'd ever want to. She's a sweetheart. One thing you can always count on. Animals are more reliable than people, in my opinion. You always know what you can expect from an animal, especially one that you've raised and one that you treat with respect and kindness and love. Unlike humans, dogs normally will not turn on you if you treat them properly with love and respect. It's when they get neglected and stuck out in backyards by themselves and get no socialization, they wind up going back to their feral roots, and dogs become aggressive and dangerous. But there's no such thing as any dog that's born that way. Just like there is no breed of dangerous dog. That doesn't exist. That's a myth. And if anybody tries to tell me otherwise, I will convince them. Every single Rottweiler, every single Pit Bull, every single Doberman Pinscher, every single German Shepherd, every single aggressive dog that anybody's ever said, oh, that dog's a dangerous breed, they're full of it. They're as big a babies as any of these 3 Chihuahuas, I guarantee you. And any one of them would be a perfect lap dog. In fact, the Pit Bull used to be known as the nanny dog. When it started getting such a horrible reputation, but because they were so good with children, they used to be called the nanny dog. And now here they have this horrible reputation, and it's just not true. There's no dangerous dogs, only dangerous humans. The idiots who don't know how to properly train a dog or treat a dog, or for that matter, other humans, but we won't go there. If you guys have any questions, that's the category. Hit me up. Don't make it too easy on me. I ain't gonna be making dinner for the dogs forever. All right. Heat them if you got them. You're going back in a minute. You're going up right now. 55 seconds of heating. Check. You got anybody have any questions? How y'all doing tonight? Hope you're having a great day. Been an awesome day for me. The weather's been outstanding. We just went for a walk around the block. Now I'm feeding the dogs. Now hit me up if you have any questions. That's the category. Challenge me. I dare you. Find something I can't answer. Who's joined us? Oh, nobody says Dan. How you doing, Dan? Does the cat like ramen noodles? As a matter of fact, she'll eat just about anything I feed her these days. She was eating linguine the other day. Seriously. I made some garlic pasta, some linguine. All 4, the 3 dogs and the cat, were all eating the noodles. Nuts. But hey, so good food. You're going back in pocket. feeding these guys. Hit me up with any questions, guys. I'll be checking here. All right, first we got to mix and mash. Remember, anytime you heat your animal's food or even your food in the microwave, be sure you mix it up before you serve it, because you can get hot spots in there because the heating isn't as even as it should be. Mind you, it's a lot better than it was in the microwaves that I used back in the 60s and 70s. Those big washing machine type things. All right, we're good. We're ready to go. I know I've got dogs getting ready to do the happy dance as we bring them their food. You guys know the doggy happy dance when food's coming, right? You've seen the happy dance. It's like the Snoopy dance, only a little bit happy because it involves food. And of course, Mr. Zachary gets all the extra gravy, simply because Zachary is a gravy hound, if you will. That goes there. Hang on, make sure we have an even balance. No, I need to put a little bit over here. There we go. There we go. A little bit over here. There we go. Now we're ready. Okay. Then you guys get to have the awful fun of watching me do dishes. Woo-hoo! All right, you guys ready? The happy dance is coming. Are we ready? Okay, here we go. Happy dance time. Happy dance time. Here we go. Chow down. Chow down. Okay, Zachary, go. All the way over here. All the way over here. Okay, Zoe, go. Zeke, go. How do you guys get stuff in your water? How do you pull that off? Somebody, how does it happen? Alexa, what's the temperature?
In Sun City, there's a high wind warning in effect until Monday, January 29th, 7 p.m. The current weather is 73 degrees with clear skies. Tonight's forecast calls for more of the same, with a low of 49 degrees.
49 is an awful lot better than 39. It's been mid-30s out here lately. That's just too cold for my old bones. There we go. Okay, chow down, you guys. All right, mission accomplished. Everybody's been fed. That's me. I won't be ready for anything else for a little bit. What's going on here? What's going on, Dan? You want to guess, Dan? Come on, guess. Come on, you can answer questions too. What is it? Oh, yeah, you already answered the ramen noodles one. Come on, somebody wants to guest in. I need to get 5 guests sometime here. So if you want to guest in with me, go ahead and do so. In the meantime, you guys can sit here and watch me do dishes. How's that for exciting? Thrill a minute around this place, unless you can come up with a question to ask me. The excitement is never ending in this household, you guys. What is it? Oh, hey, Jesse. Hit me up with questions. I'm just doing some dishes. Just fed the dogs. The dogs have been fed, so now doing just a little bit. Well, look at that. I can swear to God there's a poltergeist in this house. I can swear there is. I can swear there's a poltergeist in this house. There are times when stuff just moves on its own. Just 2 times things have come flying off the refrigerator, and I wasn't anywhere near it. If that ain't poltergeist activity, I don't know what is. I personally have seen 2 ghosts in my lifetime, real live ghosts, so I know for a fact they exist. If I hadn't seen them with my own eyes, I would not be a believer. I'd be like, yeah, right. But twice, 2 separate occasions, I saw ghosts. 1 male, 1 female, plenty enough, 1 of each. Oh, and heard a 3rd in Kentucky. That was a ghost dog, weirdly enough, and that was a real trippy story. If you guys ever want me to tell you that story, just say we want to hear the story about the ghost dog, and I'll tell you that story. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Right now, you can see the goosebumps coming up on me just thinking about that. I still get the chills. Seriously, that one just creeped me out completely. Do you guys recycle? You should if you don't. Who joined us now? Catch. Oh, Catch. Hey, oh, Catch. Doesn't take long for these guys to finish their food, let me tell you. Huh. What? 3 dogs, 1 cat, 4 empty plates. Well, 3 bowls in a plate anyway. You're not getting any more. You already ate. Mind you, the cat's probably so senile now at 18 years old, she probably forgot that she just ate. Wouldn't surprise me. So, any questions, you guys? Hit me up. Doesn't have to be on personal training, doesn't have to be on health coaching. It can be just about anything you want to talk about. Yeah. Otherwise, you can just sit there and watch me do dishes. Isn't that exciting? Come on, it just doesn't get much more thrilling than this. I mean, we could play Lie Swatter, I guess, or do play a game on Alexa if we want. Alexa, say hello.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, say hi.
Hi there.
You guys have any trivia questions you want to ask? Ask almost anything. What I love about Alexa is I can ask Alexa food calories on anything. Check it out. Alexa, how many calories are in a double quarter pounder with cheese?
This might answer your question. 10.3 ounces of McDonald's double quarter pounder with cheese has 780 calories.
My favorite has almost 800 calories. Damn. Sure is a good thing I don't hit there as much anymore. Hey, I used to weigh 252 pounds, 110 pounds more than I do now. And I smoked cigarettes for 31 years. Yeah, I kind of had to get rid of the cigarettes and cut back on the weight. I got this thing about staying alive, you know. So when the doctor told me you got type 2 diabetes and you got to make some changes, you know, otherwise you can tick off, you know, cut off some toes and fingers and you lose your eyesight and eventually it'll kill you kind of thing. I took him seriously, literally. So, but I know for a fact that if I can lose 110 pounds without going on diet plans and doing surgeries and all that crazy shit that you see on television and get rid of the cigarettes at the same time, I know if I can do that, yeah, anybody can do that. That's why I like to come on here and talk to you guys and answer any questions you've got on pretty much anything. My favorite topics are getting rid of cigarettes, quitting smoking, obviously, losing weight, because that's what I help people do, working with diabetes, type 2 diabetics and pre-diabetics, because that's what I do, managing chronic pain, because right now we have a major issue. Well, 1 out of 3 Americans has got lower back pain like me. 1 out of 3, over 100 million Americans suffer lower back pain. So I understand, and 100 million of us under freaking stand. That means that there's an awful lot of us out there that also have to take over-the-counter pain medications and try and balance some quality of life at the same time, especially if it's things that can't be fixed, you know. Somebody got a question, hit me up. Who there? Hockey player. Hit that puck. And who? Inject. Oh, Injects. I'm not even going to try to catch that one. Injects? Anyhow, welcome aboard. I'm still waiting for a question, challenging question. Tell me what issues you guys are dealing with. Anybody out there been hit with pre-diabetes? Anybody been to their doctor lately and their doctor tell them that their BMI isn't right? Their A1C is out of line. Their blood sugars are out of line. High blood pressure. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, 24 years old, right?
His BMI is good. He's got, he's got good metabolism. He's not heavy, but he's suffering from depression and amnesia at 24 years old. The guy's suffering from depression and amnesia. Obviously, as a health coach, that's a little bit beyond my scope of practice. So we talked about it, especially the depression part, because I do work with people that have depression issues. But the bottom line is he's got to get the diagnosis. He's got to find out the underlying cause of that amnesia. It is not normal. It is not a normal thing for a 24-year-old to have amnesia. So the bottom line is he's going to get back in and make sure that the proper tests are done, the MRIs, the brain scans, whatever he's got to do to figure out the underlying cause of his amnesia. Because, like I say, even at any age, even if you're full-blown Parkinson's, amnesia is not common. It's not a normal part of living. So spoke with a lady the other day who's also having issues with her parents. She's anorexic, unfortunately, and we talked about that, and she's seeking treatment for that, fortunately. But her parents don't want her to exercise because they're afraid that, being anorexic, doing exercise on top of that is going to be bad for her. So I had to give her some ammunition and a little bit of tools and things that she could talk to about with her parents, and resources I gave her on the CDC website, etc., and told her that as long as her doctor has cleared her, as long as her primary care physician and whatever specialists she is seeing clears her to do exercise, then she stays within their parameters, then yes, I highly recommend everybody gets the minimum amount of physical activity that's recommended per the CDC. If you're already in good health, in other words, your BMI, your weight, your height, all your numbers are good with your doctor, you don't need to lose weight. In other words, 30 minutes 5 times a week. About 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity exercise to get your heart rate up to cardio level so you're getting that benefit. That is what everybody needs. I don't care if you're overweight, underweight, anorexic, bulimic, it doesn't matter what ick you are, you still need that exercise. The body has 640 muscles, they all need to be exercised, especially the ones that tend to wear down if they're not, like the heart. You want to keep that heart beating. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Anybody have any questions on this stuff, let me know. Topic friend. Mystique. Love that name. Great name. Mystique. Hey, I'll just yammer at you all night if I have to. Bottom line is, I know darn well that no matter how old you are, I don't care if you're 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 years old, doesn't really matter. If your heart's still ticking and you wake up in the morning, because remember, 90,000 people don't wake up every morning. 90,000 people are going to go to sleep tonight out of 324 million Americans. 90,000 people will lay down, close their eyes tonight, and they will not open in the morning, if you're with me on this. So we lose 160,000 people a day, 90,000 in their sleep, which is weird because we only spend 1/3 of our life in our sleep. But I have a theory on that one. And I'm pretty sure I have some idea why we're losing more people in our sleep than we are when we're awake. Anybody want to guess? Anybody have any guesses? Seriously, I'll tell you what my theory is, but I want to know if any of you guys, why do you think more people die during that 8-hour period that we call sleep than the other 16 hours a day? Why? I mean, we only lose about 70,000 during the waking hours, right? But we're losing 90,000 when we're asleep. I have a pretty good idea why. I'm just curious if any of you guys have any guesses on this one. Let me see. Just the YouNow person is watching. Welcome back, Boo. Does anybody want to guess? What do you guys think would cause somebody to die in their sleep? What do you think would be one of the reasons? And there's multiple. I mean, not everybody dies in their sleep from the same cause, right? Hit me up, you guys. Questions, theories? I want to know if any of you have any idea why more Americans die in their sleep than while they're awake. 160,000 of us die every night, okay? Or every day. 160,000 people die every 24 hours, thereabouts. During the sleep period, 90,000 die. A lot more, percentage-wise, for the number of hours. I mean, we could sit down and figure out the number of people that die per hour in that 8-hour period. Obviously, it's more than 10,000. It's about close to 12,000, right? Whereas you got the 16 hours with 70,000 people. So, I mean, that's an awful lot less people per hour. Why? I think I know why. At least I have a good idea. Any guesses? Come on, you guys, hit me up. Any guesses? Why do more Americans die in their sleep than when they're awake? I mean, we lose them every day. Every day, just like we have births every day. Right now, the birth rate is slightly lower than the death rate, so right now the population isn't growing all that much. Or actually at all. We're losing more than we're gaining right now, but not by much. And it'll fluctuate per year, per decade. I'll tell you, if nobody wants to try and guess why more people are dying at night during their sleep than when they're awake, look at it like this. When you're sleeping, you go through various sleep cycles, okay? And I've been studying this pretty closely for a couple of years now, 2-3 years now. These bands that I wear, they're 2 different bands. They track everything from my steps, my miles, the calories I burn, but they also track my heart rate and my sleeping. So these bands will tell me how many hours I slept, and I can go back and correct it on the app. It'll tell me, what my heart rate was during a 24-hour period. Okay, follow along. Some of you might be ahead of me on this. But when you're sleeping, you're going through various sleep cycles. I got to keep rinsing these off. Those sleep cycles go from light sleep to REM sleep to deep sleep, back to light sleep, and then you'll actually wake several times during the night, just very briefly. You may not even be conscious of it. Sometimes you may wake and get up and use the restroom. During light sleep, everything is just as normal. During deep sleep, you're in absolute deep sleep. That is your absolute deepest. You're not even dreaming during deep sleep. But during REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, and this happens, it starts at about 90 minutes after you fall asleep, you have your first dream. Then every 60 to 90 minutes for the rest of the time you're sleeping, you'll have another dream, okay? Things will lengthen, they'll get longer as the night goes on, okay? Meaning the longest dream you have will be right before you wake, okay? Now when you're dreaming, now stay with me on this. When you're dreaming, your body will be catatonic. Your body will not be able to move most of the time. Some of you who walk in your sleep will tell me different, and we know that. Somnambulism, as we call it. But most of the time, most of us, when we're in deep sleep to the point we're in REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, when we're dreaming, okay, our heart is going to beat the same number of beats as is what's happening in our dream. So think about this. You're being chased by a monster in your dream, okay? A monster's after you. What happens when a monster's chasing you? Your heart rate speeds up, right? Your fight or flight response naturally. Your adrenaline spikes, your heart rate goes up, okay? Now imagine you spend your entire day sitting. All right, you're sedentary. You might be overweight as well. Where I used to be, I was obese at one point. But your heart is deconditioned, okay? You may be like me back in 2005, obese, smoking cigarettes, not exercising, just generally not caring about my health until I got a major health threat. That's a standard thing for humans. But you're sleeping, you're dreaming, a monster's chasing you, your heart rate spikes up to 130, 140 beats a minute. I gotta get away. During the day, you're not having that dream. You're not even having a daydream of monster chasing you. You're not having any reason for your heart to go up to 130, 140 beats a minute. So what do you think's going to happen, people who's not ready to spike up to 130, 140 beats a minute during a scary dream? I don't think I need to spell out to you the word heart attack, the words heart attack or coronary arterial, because when you have arterial sclerosis and your veins, your arteries are closing up because of all that arterial fat, the plaque that's in there, and all of a sudden your heart is forced to beat really fast, 130, and really pump that blood and the adrenaline along with it, boom. So that's my theory anyway, and I have a funny feeling I'm probably close to right on this, simply because of my training, because we already know the leading cause of death in America is coronary arterial disease, coronary artery disease. That's still the leading cause of death in America. And still one of the most easy things to avoid. That's the scary part. Hello, how you doing, Anna? Good to see you. I'm just sitting here jabbering at everybody, waiting for a question. Hit me up with a good question. You're on. Hold it. That's it. Right, I can barely read there, and I should put my old man glasses on and not squint at you. So where's your shirt? Shirt? Am I supposed to wear a shirt? Actually, I did wear a shirt when I took the dogs out for a walk, but when I came back in, it was so damn hot I had to take the shirt off. But I wanted to leave the overalls on because I use the top pocket as a pocket cam when I take the dogs out for a walk and stuff. And I was using it when we were feeding the dogs. Anyhow, so never mind me. Sorry, I don't think it's too bad. I can get by without a shirt. You sure wouldn't have want to seen me go without a shirt in 2005. Let's put it that way. When I was 252 pounds. At least now I can go without a shirt, and I don't scare people. I hope. I hope it didn't scare you, Anna. Thanks. If you have any questions, hit me up, you guys. One of the best things you can do is to pop over to Amazon.com real quick. And on Amazon, just do a quick search under Pushing Double Nickels. Pushing Double Nickels on Amazon. That's the book I wrote in 2014. I got 80 chapters in that book, and you can pull up all the table of contents in the first 30, 40 pages with the Kindle reader. I made it so, and so go look at the table of contents. Seriously, you want to come up with some really good questions to ask on Ask Questions? Go pick something from one of the topics out of my book, because I cover some pretty cool stuff in there. Pretty darn amazing stuff, too. So I figured, if you're going to write a book, at least try to make it interesting, a little bit interesting for everybody, right? I mean, sure, the important chapters were quitting smoking, losing weight, working with managing diabetes, managing chronic pain. There's a chapter in there about how sitting is not good for the human body, and it isn't. Our human spine is not meant to be to sit. It's not built that way. Our human spine evolved from a little itty-bitty creature that we can still dig out of the sand now, over 500 million years ago. And our spine is not built to be in a sitting position. That's why I was saying earlier, Anna, 1 out of 3 Americans suffer back pain. 1 out of 3 suffer lower back pain. What you got there? Well, thank you. You're too kind, seriously. Anyhow, I'm here to help you guys. Hit me up with questions. I love this kind of interaction. The only thing I like better is having a live audience. Seriously, I used to run the Microsoft and Novell user groups for a long time when I was in computer training. And I loved it. Every month we'd get anywhere from 30 to several hundred people, and we'd get together and we'd talk about all the new stuff in information technology and computers and networking and security. It was a blast. Seriously, it was a blast. If you have never done public speaking, you guys, I know everybody talks about it like they'd rather have a root canal. But once you actually get in, it's doing public speaking and talking in front of groups of people. It really is fun. It's a lot, especially when you can do interactions. And that's one thing I like about YouNow. I can interact with you guys. It's not just, yeah, I do a lot of talking, and yeah, I'm a talker. That's just who I am. But I get to answer questions too. And in the last, I don't know, 3 weeks since I've started doing this regularly, I've helped a lot of people. I've already got a couple people that I'm helping quit smoking. Yeah, this year I'm helping anybody who wants to quit smoking. I'm helping them do it for free. You can't get your health in order. There's no way you can be a healthy person if you smoke cigarettes. That's just, it's impossible. Take a guy who smoked from 15 years to 46 years old. 31 years I had that monkey on my back. 31 years. I still can't believe it. And my last cigarette was July 15th, 2005. No more. In fact, the very first chapter in my book is on quitting smoking. That's how important I think it is. Well, there's 45 million Americans, you guys, that still smoke. 45 million. I mean, that's almost 15%. And what really bugs me, because remember, I started smoking at 15 years old, but I had my first cigarette about 13, 14 years old. Yeah, I was on base in Germany. It was one of the kids that lived upstairs in the housing. He'd steal his cigarettes from his dad. He'd go steal packs of Cools. And he talked me into trying one. And next thing you know, by the time I was 15 years old, I was a full-time pack-a-day cigarette smoker. Not very smart. All because of peer pressure. And for 31 years, 31 freaking years I did that. I mean, if I smell deeply, I still smell it. But these days, the smell just turns my stomach. Makes me sick. I'm almost done with my dishes, you guys. Don't have to listen to the water run much longer. So I figure, hey, I'm going to be productive no matter what I'm doing. If I'm talking to you or doing dishes, it doesn't really matter. I can do both. I'm a multitasker. I can answer questions too. You guys come up with something here. Here's one for you. I'll ask you guys a question. How fast is the Earth spinning? How about that one? The Earth is spinning on its axis. How fast are we going? Anybody know? Or how about this? We go around the sun every 24 hours. How fast is the planet traveling around the sun? How about that one? Or even more fun, the sun sitting in this little part of the Milky Way, this little spiral arm of this rather large spiral galaxy, a rather indistinct part of this arm of this rather normal large spiral galaxy. We're traveling around the center of our galaxy, right, which happens to be a supermassive black hole. But we are traveling around it, just the way the Earth is traveling around the sun. The sun and our solar system is part of this galaxy. We're traveling around the center of our galaxy. How fast do you think we're moving at that speed? Okay. And then, even more fun, the Milky Way galaxy is part of what's known as the local cluster, including a couple of other galaxies, Andromeda, M1, within our vicinity. And all of these galaxies, are considered we call it the local cluster, the local group, if you will. And we are all hurtling through space as the universe is expanding. All of us are hurtling through space. How fast do you think we're going? The local group. Come on, hit me with some numbers. Give me some guesses. Hang on. There is a thing inside the center of the galaxy. Yeah, it's a supermassive black hole in the center of our galaxy. We've discovered it. We've taken pictures of it. We know it's there. And supermassive black hole is at the center of our galaxy. And funny enough, we're finding black holes at the center of many galaxies, like part of the galaxy. Without it, the galaxy wouldn't be the galaxy. So black holes are not just interesting little objects that are far away. Black holes are actually part of our daily living. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the massive super black hole at the center of our galaxy. And yeah, it took some time, but just recently they got some pictures of it with some very interesting results. But anyhow, I'll throw the numbers at you just so you know. The Earth is spinning on its axis at about 17,000 miles an hour. So we're spinning at about 17,000 miles an hour. We're moving around the sun at about 1,000 miles an hour. About 24,000 miles. It takes that long for us to get around, 24 hours. We're moving as a galaxy around the center of our galaxy, that supermassive black hole, somewhere around 400 to 500,000 miles an hour, almost 500,000 miles an hour. We're traveling in the spiral arm going around the center of our galaxy. And the local group, which includes all of us here in the Milky Way and the local galaxies within our vicinity, we're all traveling, hurtling out towards outer space, remember, because we're constantly expanding. We're moving at over 1,000,000 miles an hour as the local group. I mean, think about that. I mean, as you're sitting where you're sitting, you're standing where you're standing right now, you're spinning at 17,000 miles an hour while the Earth is moving around the sun at 1,000 miles an hour, while the sun and all the planets in our solar system are moving around the galaxy, the center of our galaxy, at nearly 500,000 miles an hour, while our solar system, or our galaxy and all the galaxies in our vicinity, the local group, are hurtling through space at 1,000,000 miles an hour. You can never be in the same spot ever at the same time, ever again. You can never go back because you're never going to be in that same spot ever, 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 ever again. It's impossible. You're moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour right now and you don't even know it. But now you do. Interesting facts. Questions, you guys, hit me up. The thing don't understand. Okay, what is it you don't understand, Kareem? Which one? I'm done in here, but I'm going to make some tea. If you guys don't mind, you can join me. We'll wander off. But what is it you don't understand, Kareem? What do you guys think, T-Wise? I want something good, black, and strong. What is it? But we can saw it. Saw what? What is it you don't do? What is it you inside the center of the galaxy? It's a supermassive black hole. You can't actually see a black hole. See is the remnants and what comes from a black hole. Right now, the hole is very quiet. In 2016, and it was really cool. 2006 was an event where our supermassive black hole got fed some stuff, and when it that stuff, it lit horizon, lights up, and you get these little jets of gas that come out, that can come out on either side of the black hole. So that is what enabled us to take the pictures of it. I'm not sure if they did it in infrared or X-ray, did it in multiple photography, but yeah, go Google it. Go Google the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, or just go Google Milky Way galaxy what's middle, and hopefully we'll have them up by now. I'm not sure if they did with the Keck or what they did it with. We now have pictures of it, which is really cool. But you can't actually a black hole. Black hole. The only thing that you know is what we call radiation. All right, I'm going to go for some good, strong black tea. The Tazo Awake is good. Or could go for some Darjeeling. If I do Darjeeling, it'll be all Darjeeling. No, here we go. We're going to do some organics, just some organics black tea. I need 2 tea bags. 1 tea bag is never enough for me. Being a proper Englishman, I have to have my tea good and strong. Yeah. So you guys hit me with questions like, hey, Brad, how did you take off 110 pounds without doing any diets or surgery? Or, hey, Brad, how did you get rid of cigarettes after smoking for 31 years? Or, hey, Brad, how come you're so damned ugly? Hit me with some of these ones. You know, hit me with a good question, you guys. You can ask me questions on animals, too, especially dogs and cats. I am currently writing a dog book. All right, who's leaking? Somebody leaking? All right, no leaking. All right. Now, you want a good cup of tea, you need to let it steep for at least 5 minutes. At least 5 minutes, you got to let that steep, and I will put on the kitchen timer. There we go. So, you guys, Sunday night, big plans for next week? Anybody want to share? Do you think we can travel in time? You know, funny thing is, I think we already are. Seriously. They talk about aliens coming to visit us, and we have all kinds of videos and stuff popping up all the time of these crafts all over the place. I'm not convinced that it isn't humans coming back from a couple hundred or 1,000 years in the future, visiting in the past. I don't think we can go to the future, but I do think that time travel to the past is possible. But then again, if you can time travel to the past, I would imagine they'd be able to figure out how to time travel us to the future. I mean, you want to talk about weird things, quantum entanglement. There's a weird thing where a molecule that is here on Earth could be connected with a molecule on the moon, so that if the molecule on Earth vibrated at a certain intensity or a certain frequency, the molecule on the moon, that many hundreds of thousands of miles away, right, would vibrate at the exact same time. Quantum entanglement. It is so weird. Seriously, I get into that quantum gravity and all that kind of stuff. We can reach the future, not past, because what happened has happened. But go to the future, I feel light speed. Actually, and this is something I truly. The past, the present, and the future all exist right here and now. The past, the present, and the future are all just different points on the line of space-time. So Hannibal is still crossing the Alps right now. It's happening right now, right? The Roman Empire is still happening right now. And everything that is going to be happening 200, 500, 2,000 years from now is happening right now also. The only reason that we can't see or experience any of those things in the past or the future right now is because we're this spot. We're right on this place in time ourselves. So we are stuck literally in linear time. Now remember, time is not always linear. Time can also be relative. If you get on a spacecraft and you travel away from planet Earth at almost the speed of light, and you come back 100 years has passed for you, 200 years will have passed on Earth. You with me? So if you travel away from the Earth in a spaceship at the speed of light or near the speed of light, and then come back, twice the amount of time will have gone by on Earth. So time is not a constant. Time is relative. But it all depends on where you are in the space-time continuum. Right now, we're here in 2018 on January 20, whatever it is. Right? That's where we are right now. We can't change that. Whether or not we can physically figure out how to fold time or warp time to move ourselves backwards or forwards in time, I think it's possible. And I think our future selves have already figured it out and have come back to visit us in the past. But they don't want to let us know, obviously, because then you're going to have those weird things that they always talk about on Star Trek happen. Where you go back and if you kill your grandfather accidentally, does that mean you don't get born? I mean, you know, the paradox, time paradox, that's a weird thing to consider. Seriously, if you go back in time and accidentally kill your great-grandfather, does that mean you don't get born? I mean, that is a strange thing to consider. So going back in time, I think, would be more dangerous if we were to interact than going forward in time. Just a guess. Anyhow, hit me up with some questions, you guys. Almost ready to grab my tea. Gonna head on in for the night, maybe go watch some Netflix. Also got to do a call back to one rather attractive young lady who's waiting for my call. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to visit tonight. Hopefully you've found something interesting. I guarantee that's one reason I put as many topics as I did in the book, Pushing Double Nickels. I mean, I've got over 80 chapters in there, and I talk about everything. I mean, literally everything. That's the nice thing about writing a book. You get to put in all your own opinions. I mean, that's seriously. I mean, if you write a book, especially if it's a self-help book or a self-improvement book, then you can pretty much put in whatever you want. Fortunately for me, I've learned a lot of things over the last 50 odd years, and they've been very odd, let me tell you. So I was able to gather experience and a lot of things that I've learned over the years and put it into the book. First and foremost for me was putting down in print how I was able to get rid of 31 years of cigarettes on the first try, and how I was able to take off over 100 pounds naturally without diets and surgeries, because a lot of people need to do that right now. Seriously, you guys, out of 324 million Americans, 216 million are either overweight or obese. I was both, so I understand what happens. And it just, I mean, it doesn't happen overnight. It just gradually on you. And then one day your doctor goes, ooh, you have diabetes. And like, then you get the talk. And like, I didn't like the talk. I like all my toes, all my fingers. So yeah, for me, it was a matter of life or death. And I still look at it that way. Do you realize that for the second year in a row, lifespans have shortened? Did you hear me? Lifespans have shortened for the second year in a row in all of the historical time that we've been watching these numbers. I mean, and we've been watching this for a century near enough. Lifespans for the second year in a row have decreased. That's insane. That's insane, you guys, and unacceptable as far as I'm concerned. I mean, with all the modern medicine that we have today and all that we can do to help us live longer, to give up life just because we're becoming too lazy and we sit around too much and we're not watching our diet, and corporate America is full of stuff that we don't need. I'll go to your pantries and pull out everything that's in your pantry that's got palm oil in it, or palm kernel oil in it, or partially hydrogenated anything, right? Your cupboards would be practically empty. You wouldn't have any cookies in there. You wouldn't have any cakes in there. You wouldn't have any margarine. Most of the processed foods in your cupboard would be in the garbage, because corporate America and around the world corporate for the last 50 years have been making sure that they use the cheapest, most dangerous ingredient possible. Palm oil, palm kernel oil. It's cheap. They're deforesting all parts of Indonesia, Borneo. Orangutans are losing their habitats and dying because these greedy bastards are out there planting palm trees to get the palm oil to make Americans fat, and everybody else for that matter. Palm oil is 84% saturated fat. 84%, you guys. Saturated fat is the stuff that creates the plaque that gives you the arteriosclerosis in your arteries and builds up the plaque in your brain that causes heart attacks and strokes. Remember, coronary arterial disease, CAD, is still the leading cause of death in America, and still the leading cause of death that we can prevent. So anyhow, palm oil. If I could get you guys to pull everything out of your cabinets that has palm oil in it, one, you wouldn't be happy because all of your cookies would be gone. All of your Oreos would be gone. And we can figure out exactly how many calories are in all this stuff. I mean, it's easy. Dig. Alexa, how many calories are in an Oreo?
There are 40 calories in an Oreo.
So one Oreo is 40 calories. You have 3 Oreos, that's 120 calories. You eat the whole bag of Oreos, then guess what? You're going to be gaining weight. I don't care what. Alexa, how much is in a quarter pounder with cheese?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I didn't phrase it right. Alexa, how many calories are in a quarter pounder with cheese?
One McDonald's quarter pounder cheeseburger has 513 calories.
And the double quarter pounder, which is my favorite, is 780 calories. Can you imagine that? What? You already ate. 18-year-old tabby cat. Huh. She already ate, but I think she's going senile and doesn't remember that she ate. What? Either that or she just wants attention. You just want some attention. You just want some attention, baby girl. Is that it? Huh? You just want some love? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Say hi, everybody. Say, my name is Cassandra. Oh, the jealousy, the jealousy. Oh, the jealousy. I can't pay attention to somebody else. Huh. See, no, I can't do that. Uh-oh. Time for a love fest. Okay, Zachary. Come on, Zoe. Come on. Come get a love fest. Yeah. Here. Let's let everybody see you guys. Yeah. After dinner, these guys like to get their bellies rubbed and come in and get attention. So it turns into a big love fest. Yes. Wow. What are you looking at? Yeah. Say hi to everybody. Come on, say hello to everybody. Everybody? What? Okay, Zoe. Yeah. See the belly. Rub a belly. Ooh. Here's a question for you guys. Those of you who own dogs and cats, you understand that animals have the same emotions that we do. They get sad, they get happy, they get excited, they get depressed. You know, all the emotions that we feel, except for one. There's one emotion that humans have that I have never seen in a dog or cat or any animal. I worked on a farm for a while in Kentucky. And even the domestic animals, they have their individual personalities and feelings and emotions. But there's one emotion that I have yet to find in dogs, especially, and I've had dogs of every size, almost every breed, exposure to at least. Everything from 130-pound Great Dane, I've had Shepherd, I've had 8 different Chihuahuas, including these 3. I've been exposed to everything from Dobermans to Pit Bulls to Rottweilers, and all of them, sweet as the day is long when they're trained properly, when they're treated properly. Like I said before, there's no such thing as a bad dog or a dangerous breed. That's a myth, an absolute myth. So don't let anybody try and tell you, don't get a Rottweiler, a Pit Bull, because they're dangerous. No, they're not. There's no such thing as a dangerous dog, a dangerous breed. The only time you have a dangerous dog is a dog that's been neglected, a dog that's been abused, a dog that's been left alone and let go feral. Because if you leave a dog alone and you don't socialize it, then yeah, they will revert to their feral roots. And it doesn't matter the breed or the size. I think it was either Oklahoma City or somewhere in Tennessee not too long ago. There was a neighborhood that was being terrorized by this little 10-pound Chihuahua. I mean, absolutely everybody was terrified of this little dog. They couldn't leave their yards without this dog attacking them. So it doesn't really matter the breed. Any dog can be a bad, right? But there's no such thing as a dog that's born bad or born aggressive. It just doesn't happen. That doesn't exist. That is strictly a human foible. Now, there are bad pet parents and there's definitely bad people, but there's no such thing as a bad dog or a bad breed or a dangerous breed of dog. Doesn't exist. Right, you guys? Oh, I'm getting the sleepy eyes. Yeah, the sleepy eyes come after we've had our dinner, because it's not too long after we've had our dinner before we go down for the next 12 hours almost, huh? They do. They'll crash about 9 p.m. and then I won't see them. At least they won't be up and moving again till the next morning about 8 o'clock, if not later, huh? I'm up at 5. These guys are still sleeping. Huh. Anybody want to guess what emotion it is? I'm pretty convinced dogs don't have that people do. Come on, somebody capture Zoe and put her on my wall, would you? You guys know how to do that capture thing? Somebody capture a moment and put Zoe on my wall. She's a lot cuter than me. If you guys haven't fanned us yet, go ahead and do so. I will be back on tomorrow morning with the 3 Z's here. Now, this is what you call a spoiled bunch. A really spoiled bunch. Guys, come on, tell me these guys aren't cute, huh? Who couldn't love these dogs? On our Facebook page, we got about 7,000 fans for the book. It's on Pushing Double Nickels on Facebook. Zoe, one of her pictures got over 2,000 likes. Talk about popular, huh? This is I keep pinching it and eventually it's going to die. She's got a little papilloma growing on her lip. As dogs get older, they tend to lose their immunity. It is not as strong. So occasionally they can have little papillomas grow on their lip. So I basically just keep pinching it, and after a few months, the antibodies get in there, and eventually it comes off. This one suffers panic attacks from fireworks and backfire stuff. So does this one, but not as bad. They're all rescues. All my animals are rescues. Huh. These ones are special needs, which is why they stay with me and will never go anywhere else. Right, you guys? Huh? Right, you guys? Come on, you guys, hit me up with some questions. You guys are making this too easy on me tonight. Spoiled. Oh, so spoiled. Hello, handsome. Zachary's 13. Still hard for me to believe he's 13 years old, this little white guy here. Zoe's 12. Huh. Yes, sweetie. Yes, sweetie. Yes. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Mentally, dogs are about the same age as a 2 to 3 year old child. So mentally, emotionally, intellectually, there's some genius dogs, yes. But on average, it doesn't matter what kind of dog or the breed, mentally, they're all about a 2 to 3 year old. Huh. Imagine having a 2-year-old for 15 to 20 years with athletic capabilities. Huh. And these guys understand 300-400 words each, easy. Yeah. That's why sometimes I have to spell instead of saying words. Any of you that have had dogs for a while, you know what I'm talking about. There's sometimes that you just some words you cannot say because then they expect that's what's going to go down. Like TREATS. You know what I mean? Who's joining? I'm squinting at you guys. Hey, May. Hey, Katie. Wolfgang. Day of the Unicorn, always good. Tail fantastic. Kawa. Day of the Unicorn. Love it. Wolfgang. Achtung. Wie geht's? Sehr gut. Wie heißt du? He used to live in Germany. Spoke pretty good German for quite a while, but once you stop using a language and you don't practice it anymore, it tends to go away. I just signed up for Spanish on Babbel because I'm going to be hitting Costa Rica here again shortly, and I want to see if I can be a little more conversant this time. Hit me up with questions, you guys. We're getting ready to sign off here shortly. Yeah, time for our 420 moments. Huh. You're a lazy boy. Oh, you're a lazy boy. Yes, you are. Most beautiful white eyelashes on this little guy here. Most beautiful white eyelashes. Now, you want to see pouting?
This is when you don't get your... Hey, Zoe, come here. Come on. Come on. All the way. They are so much like children. They really are. They seriously are. Any of you that have ever had toddlers, you know how jealous they can be if they're vying for your attention. What you want, Cass? Come here, baby. Come here. Come. Come on. She's not sure what she wants yet. She just goes sit there and meow at me. You think you're going to get food, huh? You guys already had food. You don't get any more food. You've already had plenty of food. Here, let's everybody see these beautiful faces. Look at these faces. You look sleepy, Zeke. You look sleepy. Here, let's do a close-up. Ooh, look at those baby brown eyes. Oh, look at these baby brown eyes. What? You just want attention, huh? Ooh, little girl. Oh, they're getting sleepy. Oh, they're getting sleepy. Oh, it's getting to be that time. What are you doing, Zach? What are you doing, Zachary? What are you doing, handsome boy? Huh? What are you doing? Cutest dappled ears you'll ever see. Look at these cute ears. Aren't they? Cutest dappled ears ever. You just don't see dappled ears a lot like this. Huh. And of all the dogs on the planet that should have been named Spot, this is the one. Huh. See, that would have probably worked even better than Zachary, right? Hey, Sandro. Glad you're back. Mito. Well, glad you're back, Sandro. Anyhow, you guys say hi to the dogs. The three Z's. Zachary, Zeke, Zoe, and Cassie, the 18-year-old tabby cat. I swear she thinks she hasn't even had dinner yet. Yeah, I'm convinced she's going senile at this point. I'm quite convinced she's gone senile, at least somewhat. My yellow tabby, who lived to almost 16, she lost her mind at about 14. But what are you going to do? Hey, guys, hit me up. I'm here to answer questions. They don't have to be on personal training or health coaching. They can be on pretty much any topic you want. Huh. We're about ready to go hit our 420 moments now anyway and retire for the evening, aren't we? Get ready for tomorrow. I will be back on tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is a Monday, which means I'll be doing stretching. I'll be doing weights. Obviously my cardio, but before I hit my cardio, I'll spend a couple hours with you guys talking about the health issues and just answering general questions. So if you haven't fanned me up yet, please go ahead and do so. If you're looking to lose weight, yeah, I will help you. Go to personaltrainingwithbrad.com. That's personaltrainingwithbrad.com. I invite everybody to come join my Facebook page at Pushing Double Nickels. And if you need help quitting smoking, I'm doing that for free this year. So if you're ready to give up the cigarettes, just reach out. All my social links are right there. So just reach out and I'll Skype with you. And we'll get you on a 90-day plan to get you the cigarettes off your back. Anybody have any questions before I go for the night? Hit me up now. Jones. I'm Jones. And you ever get a cat hair in your nose and just make you itch like crazy? You just can't rub it and it just won't go away. Yeah, well, imagine if you have a bunch of cats. There was a lady in Germany that had 150 cats in her house, and she lived in a house at the bottom of an old where a bomb had bombed out a crater, and nobody discovered her for a couple of weeks, but evidently she had either had a heart attack or a stroke, right? And guess what happened? I don't think you want to know. But let's put it this way. There was 150 cats that she was feeding that all of a sudden she stopped feeding. You with me on this? Oh, think about it. Scary story. But yeah, even that old lady probably wasn't enough to keep them fed long as far as I'm thinking. Anyhow, you guys know that I've totally grossed you out. I'm heading in to do my 420 for the night and get ready for tomorrow. Hope you guys have had a good time. If you have any questions, hit me up now. And now, no growling and fighting. Is that you, Boo? I want my phone back.
Yeah, I'm a stubborn old fart. What can I say? Anyhow, you guys, appreciate you watching. Make sure you're good to each other and do something positive. And if you sit for more than 30 minutes at a time, try to get up and stretch. Don't do it to your lower back what I did to mine in 25 years in computer training. So, and be positive. Remember, every day is a chance to get better. So tomorrow morning, we're going to talk about that as well. Optimism versus pessimism. We'll talk about that. Anyhow, fan me up if you haven't yet. I hope you guys had some fun. We talked about some pretty strange things tonight, so tomorrow will be even more fun. Thanks again. Would you quit that? She is so mean. She is so mean. She's growling. Look at this. You are so mean. Anyhow, you guys say goodnight to everybody. Say goodnight, everybody. Cassie, say goodnight to everybody. Oh, say goodnight. Good night, everybody. Oh, the power struggle. The power struggle. Look at the power struggle going on here, you guys. We got a power struggle happening between these two. Power struggle. Look at this. Oh, the growling. Oh, listen to this. Oh, the power struggle. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. It's when you really have to reinforce being the pack leader. When you're getting jealousy between your animals, you've got to really step in and assert your authority, because when that happens, that simply means that the one who's being the aggressor thinks that she's the pack leader. And even though she is I would call her the beta female or the alpha female in the household right now, she's trying to assert her authority over the pack. And you can't let any dog assert authority over the pack. Remember, you're always the pack leader. You have to be. Anyhow, you guys, I appreciate you watching. Jones, see you tomorrow. You guys, if you haven't fanned me yet, go ahead and fan me now. I'll be back tomorrow. Everybody smile and have a good night in the meantime, would you? Take care. Appreciate it.